Right, we are live. Let me check. Seventeenth. Max on, cool. Right. Everything's set up as we need. Asian high is being taken. EU's at the low, coming for the high now. Got some 2-minute EMA support, but not a wave structure that we need just yet. Wait until that breaks. Load up the live. Morning Milo, hope you're well. We're looking at this structure at the moment, seeing if this EMA will come in and tap that. Use a fib, get confluence, take an entry somewhere like that. Look for a trade, something like this. That's the schematic right now. See how it plays out. Morning CM, hope you're well. Got something here on the euro that we're looking at. Euro longs, if we get this retracement, let's assume that is the high, that's the low. Could be looking at taking it from there though. This is the actual low. Obviously we need some rejection firstly before we take this. Just what I'm doing right now is I'm pricing it up as if we are taking it, just getting it ready on my MetaTrader so that I can click the button when if it comes in, that is. Morning Lewis, hope you're well. 4 AM. Really is good morning. Yeah, hopefully a good one for us today. We've got the EURUSD long day trade, and this one looks like it's lining up. We've got higher highs and higher lows, EMA support. You can see the Asian low has been taken out and now we've changed character, likely pushing towards the highs. So we've got everything that we need here. The only thing that's a bit debatable is, do we take the fib from this low or do we take it from this low or this low? That's where it gets a little bit more subjective. Me personally, I like to definitely cover as many lows as I can while staying to the strategy. Truth be told, the fib level that we should be looking at is actually from here. But obviously you can see that price is making these higher highs and high lows within that. Maybe that means we should be looking for somewhere more like the 61.8 from that level. Kind of gives us reason to enter from the 78.6 here instead of the 71, following that logic. EMA has been broke beneath a couple times here, then started acting as true support. So maybe we see it get broke beneath and take from 78.6, like that. It gives us a much tighter trade, 2.1 pip stop. See if what happens on this candlestick. Coming up to our entry zone now, but obviously we've not had our rejections. No, that's taken the low out without a rejection, so that's invalid. No trade. We'll wait to see what happens with this candlestick, because it could still be valid from taking a fib from this low to this high. We just need this candle to be a tweezer bottom if that is going to be the scenario. But that's why we wait for rejections on these intraday trades, so that you can just skip easy losses like that from just inspecting what actually happens and then give it a minute or two. This one looks like it's going to take the low here as well. Either way, it's not used that EMA as support. The 5 minute still hasn't closed beneath its EMA. We're sweeping the high now on the pound, the Asian high. Didn't take that low just yet. See how we react with the EMA now that it's broke through. Maybe it'll use that EMA as resistance to push down now. Price is struggling to break these previous highs there. Wicked above it quite a few times now and not broke. Indecision. Start of a new 5-minute candle. Mm, 5 minutes not a trade. The trade is only really on this 2-minute time frame. So we just need to see if this low is going to get broken or if we tweeze a bottom and come back above that EMA, similar to what happened here where that broke one candle and then straight away back above it for the next one. So this is our level in question. So we have got a decent push so far, but nothing to really get excited about yet. We've broke that EMA and closed beneath it quite a few times in succession, so that's never a good sign. You want it, if it's a tweezer bottom, to just be like an instantaneous moment of closing beneath and then immediately come back up for it to be that tweezer bottom. It needs to happen over 2 candlesticks, so over the 2-minute time frame, that's not what we wanted to see. Maybe there's still chance for it here on the 5-minute to close above and that be the tweezer bottom. However, if we are looking for a 5-minute trade, this will be our second touch of the EMA. So we're not trading this. If this is happening on the 5-minute, we need that to again break the high, and then this low is when we can trade, because now we have that multiple. There you go. So it has tweezer bottomed. Now we've got the multiple EMA support, and our trade needs another high to be formed and then catch a trade here from that. So I wouldn't be rushing into looking to trade that just yet. We're now still maintaining higher high, higher low structure with EMA support, but on the 5-minute. You can't claim that's true on the 2-minute anymore because of this. So the 5-minute is still on. Check the pound. Pound's looking alright on the 2 minute, to be fair. We've took that Asian high. It looked like we were going to sweep it lower. This I didn't like. You can say those are tweezer bottoms twice in a row, but that's what's starting off the EMA support. I don't really like it as much as when it's just like happening after an already happened EMA support. But yeah, you can say now we've got higher highs, higher lows forming. EMA support, EMA support. You could have caught a riskier trade off of this right now, but considering we've only just swept that high, I don't know. Maybe that could have been a trade that we caught. I've missed it anyway if it was too busy looking at EU. I don't really like these as EMA supports. They're just way too far beneath the actual EMA. So on their own, I don't like it. However, you can see that the EMA was support there. That was genuine EMA support, and now we've came up and broke the high after it. So we've got wave structure, we've got EMA support now, higher highs, higher lows. The Asian range has been swept, looked like it was going to break lower, but we've actually broke structure higher again. So yeah, maybe that was a valid trade that I've just missed here. There, that could have been actually been a decent trade. Too busy watching fucking the Euro. Yeah, that would have been the one. That was valid. I missed it. My fucking bad. My bad. That would have been TP1. That would have been TP2. Let's see if it's still on. That's what happens when you trade in multiple pairs on the 1 minute, though. You need a fucking SWAT team on it. Next session range high after this one is all the way up here. Friday's London high. So we've got a decent canvas space between this high breaking and that high. So we're still on for the next wave after. Hopefully after that and after that and after that. if possible. That won't be so bad. Yeah, GU 2 minute, right, let's watch it. Let's keep your eyes on for London. So we want to see another wave here. If this one breaks the high, comes back down, catch a buy off that low. So just a waiting game for anyone that's just joined, waiting on that. That's the move of the day for us at the moment, so let's see. Right, so the high's been broke. That's nice. Now we wait for a retracement, catch trade from the higher low, trade price higher. Right, move that out of the way. Put a fib on just in case that's our high that's formed already. And get ready for some trades. I don't like plotting the fib straight away just because usually price will keep pushing higher for a little bit, but just in case that is the one, then we'll have it marked up there. So we've had a nice push in price. Like I said, it was unlikely that that was going to be the high. It usually pushes up a little bit after. We are seeking that liquidity from that session range high. We just want to get a pullback on price first before it shoots up. But we are looking for longs here. It's still valid. Now that this high has been broke on the euro trade is also valid. Higher highs and high lows with multiple EMA support. So we stay watching both of these now. Hey Fabio, hope you're having a good morning. Thanks for doing the lives, really appreciate your work. Thanks mate, thanks a lot. Glad to see that they are helping. The way that I see it, I'm sat here trading anyway at my desk, so I might as well make some value out of it and share my thoughts and my insights with people. It's one of the things that you kind of have to do if you are intraday trading. It's one of the more boring parts of being a trader is actually waiting for stuff. However, when you create your trading plan and you decide what times a day that you trade in, it's important that you choose a pocket of time within the day that you are comfortable to trade and that can work around your lifestyle. I remember when I first started off trading and I was swing trading, balancing it with my 9 to 5. Swing trading was a little bit easier because it's more of a case of like setting your limits and then waiting for price to come to you, and then you just get your alert and then you know there's a trade on, etc. But it could have happened at any time of day when you swing trading. The good part about intraday trading is you can just define, okay, I'll trade for these 3 hours, and you just sit here waiting within this 3 hours, and you're on the 1 minute, 5 minute, etc. So you need to choose a time of day that you are comfortable with to trade when it's intraday. But that's how you're going to make the most money in trading, when you actually take it serious and treat it more like a job, rather than just like, oh, I might hop on the charts and see if there's anything. You get out what you put in, essentially. So yeah, my pocket of time is quite short. Every day that I trade, I'm only trading for like a few hours a day, so I thought, you know what, might as well go live with it. So glad to see that you guys are finding them really helpful. We've taken the Friday's London high there. We've still got plenty of liquidity above on these highs, so I am still looking for longs. It's not a case of like, okay, this high's been taken, so I'm not looking for any more. That is not the case. We're going to keep riding this higher. As it's showing here, we didn't exactly sweep that, did we? So we're still looking for price to push higher. Same is true on the euro. The euro has now successfully swept the Asian low and taken the opposite Asian high. Looking to push higher again. we've got plenty of session highs and liquidity lying above here. The price is going to look to seek and swipe, take all them stop orders out, keep order flow maintained, and we will be trading that bullish bias. We've got dollar news at about 12:30 UK time. From memory, let me just check. Yeah, 12:30 UK time, retail sale news. It is red folder, but it's nothing crazy. It's something that I would trade through, personally. But what's happening here is, obviously, buy the rumour, sell the news. We're probably going to have an influence in price before then, and then come 12:30, price will probably dump in the opposite direction. So something to bear in mind for our trading range today within London. Price will probably trade one direction up until 12:30, and then it'll go the other way. However, we've got plenty of time until 12:30. You know, another couple hours. So let's trade. Essentially, what we're waiting for here is same as we've said earlier. Wait for a pullback, trade it higher, looking for this low to catch there. Hi Goran, hope you're well. Nothing too crazy happening right now. Just kind of waiting for this to pull back. I'm thinking that this lines up with the 61.8 for an entry. So maybe we can take the low from here. Look to enter from the 71 and have this as our low that's covered. And look to take that as our trade. Dollar Swiss tagged in. Not quite for me. Let me check on my account and see if it has. No, I'm not tagged in. Close, but not tagged in from that. Euro is back at our break even. There's a boss trade that I didn't take because we haven't had the change of character, and we've also, let me show you guys a nice trick. If we take this, let's remove that to make it simpler. If we take this bottom trend line here, what I've done is I've mirrored that. So if you press control and drag it, you can mirror that parallel. And if we plot that on our previous high, this kind of draws the channel for the upper range. And if you see here, we broke out of that upper channel and then used the previous resistance as support. And we're at that level again. So that's not a point that I want to sell through. Okay, so where our patterns or our schematic on the technicals here did look like it was going to print a sell, that was a reason for me not to take the trade, as well as the fact that we haven't actually changed character. All of this is still higher highs and higher lows up until we have a close beneath that. Okay, so that's why I didn't sell through there. It looks like price would have, if we did take that, it would have hit stop loss now. So that was a very valid reason not to take the trade. We're just waiting on this to tag in on dollar Swiss. Our euro position is back at entry, I believe now. So this is also now a valid sell if you haven't got in that one already. Just kind of waiting for these on the intraday perspective. So there's one that's still valid, 32.2 pips. Going to place this on another account that I've got now that it's back at break even. Now I'm back on the intraday time frames. That's what we're waiting on right now. Obviously we need to see some rejection firstly, but this is the set we're waiting on. Right, so we've had our alert on dollar Swiss. It looks like that's tagged in now. This one is live. Let's drop an update on this one. It's a valid trade. Dollar Swiss tagged in. There we go. Let's see what happens with that one. Let's set our alerts at our key levels and then see what happens from there. Still waiting on a pullback on both of these two, so nothing on the day perspectives. The euro is still in a little bit of drawdown now. We were doing well, but now we've caught some drawdown, so that's still valid to enter if you hadn't already. This isn't really an A plus setup, if I'm honest. This is more of a B setup, simply because this low hasn't been broken. So it's not. We are still in an uptrend. We're selling against a trend here in a way. And to be honest, on another day, I might have saw this as your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC correction, and this to push out and break higher. So to be honest, I'm not liking this trade anywhere near as much as when I first placed it, because I kind of see this as an ABC, broke higher, used as support, push higher. So even if this high breaks, that's technically going to be a break of substructure, pushing higher. So I don't like that trade as much as I did when I first placed it. What we're looking at is we've got this huge overbought market that's broke that trend line, and then we had a substructure, and then we broke beneath that, and now we're looking to trade that from the break of substructure lower, catch a sell, trade it lower. However, we've not actually had this true change of character there, so completely up to your discretion if you want to actually take that one on, or knowing that I don't like it as much as when I first entered. However, I have entered it, and when I enter a trade, I either let it hit TP or stop loss, so I'm going to let that one run still and see where we go with it. So a little update, we have absolutely smashed all of those session highs. So we can update those on the chart. Move the notation further along. We've still got this one up here that would be a target. That one. Whether it hits that or not, we'll have to see when we get a retracement and at what time. We've said that due to the news at 12:30, it's likely that price will run one direction this morning, and then as soon as the news comes, it'll drop the other way. It looks like we're having a bullish run here, and then 12:30 we'll probably see it fall off. So in terms of the dollar, it looks like the dollar is going to get weaker and weaker up until 12:30, and then it'll probably boost up, which is in line with our dollar longs. So that's good to see. And then likewise, this will probably run up until 12:30, and then fall off, following the whole buy the rumor, sell the news kind of scenario. So we are looking to buy the rumor. We just need a pullback. We just need a pullback, and then we can buy the rumor. So we need to see what time that pullback happens, because I don't want to leave it too close to midday. Otherwise, I'll just stop looking, essentially. If this is going to be the high, we'll look for a long around the 61.8 pullback of that wave, but let's just give it some time to see if that is going to be the high or if it's just going to keep pushing higher. Just marking out if this is the high where our entry will be. The EMA is quite close to price, so it's unlikely that we aim for the 71 or the 78.6, but we can still get an entry off the 61.8. We don't have any lows that we can use in between that wave. That would be better, unless you look at that one, but it's way too high. So I will probably look for an entry off the 61.8 instead, granted that price can retrace, give us some candlestick rejections, and then push higher before our news. And the high has been broken once again. So price is super bullish, pushing higher. So yeah, we'll remove that fib analysis and just wait to see if we can catch any entries at all within the time range that we have. Apologies, just fixing my tabs out. Need an EU intraday and a GU intraday. That's our EU. I kind of like the look of this EU on a 5 minute. If it'll pull back, not sure if it will in time. GU is a bit too bullish. Don't know if we will get that pullback today. But we have everything that we need for it. Just waiting. Probably look for it from that low. Anyway. Unless we get super tight. I guess it's no point even lining that up right now. Wait for it to actually print. Okay, so we can see the bullish run that we're having in the London session this morning. We've got beautiful highs and lows. Prices not broken that EMA. We haven't had a deep enough retracement for us to get a good enough entry. We've just swept this session high, and to be honest, there's kind of too much distance now between that and the next session high. I feel like price might need to sweep some liquidity from here to give it that boost up. So with that in mind, it also looks like that low will coincide with where the EMA is coming into. Here's our low, if you could even call that a low, that would coincide with all of that info. Maybe that's our trade. Depends on the time, depends if we get the rejections. GU, how are we looking on the day trade perspective? Got a huge push up. That was acting as support from this channel, like we analysed. Does it look like we're going to keep pushing higher? We've taken this high. Now it's a matter of will we take this high? It wasn't an order block that was taken on the 15-minute anyway. Let's check the hour. Yeah, it was already mitigated. It already got tapped into previously. Likewise for this one. So if it does, it would just be a wick fill. Left behind a lot of imbalance there. Past hour was strong. This is the last hour that we've got before news though. Maybe we do push up in this hour, sweep the high and then drop on the news. Wave structure's on, EMA's on. Got a liquidity level that might get swept. Fib levels there. I just don't like, that's not really a low. We're using it as one, but it's not a swing low for this time frame anyway. We'll see what the candlestick rejections look like as we near our entry. Wait on that. Is it even possible to automate a strategy like this? I'm trying. It's on my list of things to do. It's a lot harder than other stuff because there's a lot of things here that you would need to create an indicator to recognize. The way that we automate strategies is from existing indicators or from what I just said, where we basically have to code an indicator first to just represent what we're looking at to the computer so that the computer recognizes what it is we want. So where we're saying things like multiple EMA taps, it can be quite subjective because this is an EMA tap, for example, but the computer wouldn't recognize it that way because it's not actually hit the EMA. So there's so many different complex variables when you're coding a strategy like this. It's why I still manually trade it, because there are a lot easier, not easier strategies, but ones that are a lot more mechanical than something like this that is simple enough to recognize with the human eye, but there's so many different variables on each confluence to tell a computer that it makes it a lot harder. So it is something I want to get around to, but I know it's so big of a project for this strategy. I haven't even started it yet, essentially. Whereas the other strategies that we have automated, not to say that they're more complex than this, some of them are simpler than this, but it's just a lot easier to represent them as indicators and then tell the computer if this, then that, if this and this, but not that, then this. Because everything with a computer is ones and zeros. So something like this is a lot harder for sure, but it's something that I am going to do. For now, it's just so much better for me to have this as my manual trading strategy. But definitely will automate it in the future. So, of course, this is not a limit order. We want to see if we get the necessary candlestick rejections inside that zone. If we do, then we are looking to go long. So looking at the euro, the reason I'm not looking at the euro on a 2-minute time frame is because we did have multiple EMA rejection here. It was used as support quite nicely there, but then we broke beneath and pushed above. Because this happened over quite a few candlesticks rather than being a tweezer bottom like this, it broke that chain of multiple EMA support. So now this, even though it's reacting with that line now, is only the first instance of EMA support. Yeah, you could say that we've had wave structure above the EMA before then, but that would kind of be on the 1 minute. That would be like a 1 minute time frame trade. And for that one, you would have been looking at this low to this high, which has already broke beneath and created a lower low. So I'm not looking at euro on the 2 minute, I'm actually looking at it on the 5 minute, where you have 1, 2 EMA supports which are still valid. So if this one comes down to like the 71 here with necessary rejection and push higher, then that is a trade. But I don't think we'll get that. We've only got 20 minutes left of the trading range, so I'm less hopeful on that. The pound we are still looking at on the 2 minute, because obviously these instances of EMA support that are relevant to the 2 minute 50 EMA have still held. I don't know if within the next 20 minutes price will come back down and reject our level to then push off upwards. So I don't want to cut the live short just yet, just in case we do. We've still got another 10 of these 2 minute candles left to print, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Will these rules also be explained in the course? Yeah, of course, that's what the course is going to be about. Apologies it's taking so long, but there is, quality that needs to be included in there. It's not just a shitty like, oh, here's a load of ICT concepts and there you go, £500. This is like an actual working high value course. It tells you all about trading from A to Z, all the confluences, all the concepts, when not to trade. So for example, that explanation I've just gave you there, and plenty of working video examples to go through it as well. But yeah, it might just be a no trade day for the intraday strategy. We do have 2 active trades right now, Euro and EURUSD, but it might be a no trade day for this strategy. Is the course included for VIP members or is it to buy? I'm going to make most of it for free. All the stuff that I deem you could probably learn the concepts online elsewhere, I'll package up together in a nice A to Z format and release that for free. But all of this sort of advanced concepts that are specific to me, that I've spent years creating, developing, honing, and package that up, that'll be a paid course. somewhere between £500 to £1,000 for that, which is pretty decent value. You know, you make 1% on a 200k funded, and that's paid off, so it kind of pays for itself. But yeah, like I say, the majority, maybe the majority of it, most of it, maybe, I don't know, depends. All of it, like I said, all of the stuff that I think you could probably find this online for free, those kind of concepts, they'll be free. I'm not going to charge for stuff that's not necessary, but all the stuff that's like my value, how to package everything into a trading plan, that'll be the paid side of stuff. Phuket's a small island, to be fair. Patong is crowded. That's kind of where the nightlife is. If you're after the nightlife and going out on a night and stuff, then Patong's your area. But that's more like a Benidorm, Ibiza, Zante side of it. It's not all like that. But yeah, Patong's a place that Phuket has a bad rep for, essentially. But it's like going to Benidorm and then saying, "Oh, I don't like Spain." Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot more to the island than Patong. But the beach is nice, but yeah, it's super crowded. It's full of fucking taxi, jet ski, paragliding. You just get harassed by fucking people trying to sell you shit. But it's the tourist part of the island, Patong. It fucking stinks as well. But yeah, I definitely recommend somewhere else other than Patong, especially if you're looking at accommodation. I know a lad that our mates with came here and he didn't really research it too much, and he stayed in Patong, and he fucking hated it. Because like even if you come and then you go to that area for a night out, you kind of want to leave that area to go home. You don't actually want to stay there as well. Bangla Road I've not actually been to Bangla Road. I don't really go out or anything, so I've not been up to those ways. Like I've been Patong plenty of times, don't get me wrong, but in terms of going down it for a night out or anything, I've not actually done any nights out in Phuket. So yeah, I can't actually say about that. Bangla Road is chaotic. It was amazing. Yeah, I see lots of ladyboys going out fishing on the Patong Market Strip and Bangla Road. You gotta be careful. Right, lads. To be honest with you, we've stayed quite patient. This looks like it's going to form a double top here, which for me kind of cancels out this being a buy. So I think we will probably just cut the trading range short here. The idea of the day has been correct. Bullish London session, expansion on price upwards. We're buying the rumour here, and then we've got news at 12:30. I feel like it'll sell off after 12:30. That'll be good for our day trades. We've got Euro and we've got EURUSD now. That'll be good for these. I feel like the dollar's going to push on the news, which will push these down, of course, as well. But I feel like right now we're just printing that turning point where we're getting close to news. It's creating a high and a low. Sweep one of them, go the other way. So yeah, we've stayed patient. We've sat on our hands. We've not jumped the gun unnecessarily. But I think today is a no trade day for this strategy. But yeah, it was amazing. I only fell for it twice. Only fell for it twice. No big. I assure you about the ladyboys. The ladyboys joke. It's like going Turkey and not having a kebab though. Yeah, I know. I should go up to Bangla Road and the Patong Strip. I've just got no need for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right. Maybe I should go up and just see what all the fuss is about. But I'm with my missus. That's the thing. So like, she ain't gonna like any of that. It's gonna be quite hard to convince her to go up. We're just gonna go up and not enjoy it and know that we're not gonna enjoy it. And yeah, But I'm planning on doing a lot more lifestyle stuff. It's just balancing it out with the trading stuff. So see, when you're making trading content and then you start making a load of like lifestyle content, you need to balance the image with being a trading educator or just some fucking fake trading guru. But it's a delicate process. But yeah, I'm working on the whole personal brand funnel at the moment. It's going quite well. Got a lot of clips that I've not posted on Instagram since fucking last year. So I need to up my game on that front, don't I? Be more coming on the YouTube as well, which will be good. But yeah, no trade for this. It looks like the gradient is falling off a little bit. If this high doesn't get taken and we come back down to this low here, I feel like it might push lower from there. This being a double top, so I'm not looking to buy that right now. But yeah, sometimes you just don't get a trade and that's it. But we know that by now, right? So that's all good. But yeah, I'll post any updates on our day trades in the VIP group later today. But until then, I'll see you guys for another live on Wednesday. So take care, everyone.